Hey, can you talk about the move with Derek Hayward?
Yeah. It's one of those, the thing about camp, you come in and you recruit some guys who have length and guys that have athletic ability. And as you watch all these young guys, the freshmen, you get another look at them. And so I watched him move around and watch him do the things. I liked him at Sam. And I just thought that, we had a little bit of a void at tight end, and liked to put him over there and had him go through some individual drills and do things, and thought he handled himself really well, and just felt that that's where he can probably make the best contribution for our team in terms of where we're at, and he was all for it, and so we're going to put him at tight end. He got a big tall guy who can run, who could stretch the field. He's got good hands, who's put on a little bit of weight since he's been here. He'll put on a little bit more weight, so I think it just helps to make us better.
Any other experiments you're looking at?
No, I think that's really the only. I mean, we looked at a couple, maybe some things, but nothing like that. Moving one guy from one side of the ball to the other, maybe somebody from one position to another on offense, but nothing, from that standpoint.
Is Doyle your starting right tackle now?
He's still in the mix for it. Again, I think that by the end of the weekend, we'll be pretty much set with what we're going to do there, and I think at the quarterback position as well. And I think we still got to decide how the safety position is going to play out. And I think really that's about the three positions there. I thought that Brad Craddock had a really good day today, had a really good day last night when we kicked, so I think he's back in the groove. And Adam Green has a really strong leg, but Brad's the guy, and again, he thought he kicked real well the last 2 days.
Any separation on the number two quarterbacks yet?
Maybe starting to see a little bit, but again, I want to wait until after the scrimmage, see what goes on there, and evaluate tomorrow. We still have practice tomorrow and then the scrimmage, but in my mind, I think there is a little bit. I mean, I think I'm closer to knowing who's two, who's three, and who's four, and but again, just going to let that play out here, until after the scrimmage on Saturday.
Do you have an idea with that, how you're going to handle reps with those three guys?
Not yet. I haven't really sat down with the offensive staff and talked about that yet. I just kind of take it one day at a time, and again, because we're evaluating each practice, and we'll evaluate this one, see where we kind of feel they stand, and then tomorrow, and we'll let them know how we're going to handle it. But you hope to try to get them all equal reps, but we'll see how that all shakes out in terms of what happens off the evaluation today and then tomorrow as we go into Saturday.
Can you say who has separated himself a little bit?
They're all still three fighting it out is what they're doing, and again, we'll just let it all play out, and then have a chance that we're off Sunday and we'll get back out to practice on Monday afternoon. And I would say by the time we get back out here Monday afternoon, we'll have it all worked out.
Do you think Amba was taking advantage of his opportunity to get in there more? Did you think he had a good day?
I thought he did some better things today. I mean, I thought that he kind of hit a wall a little bit here during camp, but it was good to see him today. I thought he did some better things today, and he's got a tremendous opportunity there. We've moved Laverne over to X as well to take a look at him there. So, Alma's just got to keep working. He's just got to keep working and being consistent, and like I said, Vern's getting his opportunity there as well.
What does Doyle do well, and how has Ricardo improved since the spring?
Well, I think Ryan Doyle he's gotten stronger. I think he's gotten better with his technique. He understands his assignments better, and he's playing a little bit more consistent than what he has been so far. I think I think Ricardo is a little bit of his own worst enemy at times. He does some good things, but then he does some things you just kind of scratch your head and say, where'd that come from? And but he's athletic. He can make something out of nothing. He's got a good arm, but again, it's the consistency factor.
Are you looking for somebody to in terms of the number 2, to have a contrast to what CJ does, or is it really to the offense and how that person fits the offense as a whole?
No, it's going to be who fits the offense. What we think is best for us. I mean, we know we have CJ. Hopefully, we won't have to use a number 2. That's what my hope is. But then what we've got to do is we got to find a guy that can be the best at, to me, running and throwing, just like CJ. CJ can run the ball. CJ can throw the ball. He gives a lot of different options in there that you can do with him. And I think CJ's having a great camp, and I want to find the next guy that I feel that can, that when he comes in, we can run. If he has to come in, hopefully he doesn't. But if he does have to come in, I want the guy that can come in where we don't have to change the game plan because we can practice the same things, each and every day. And, I'm not really looking, want to find a guy that gives us that best opportunity. Now, if it doesn't work out that way and one of them is a better thrower or then not as good a runner, or one's a better runner than a thrower, then, we'll see what happens. But I'm looking for the guy who can do it both. That's what we want out of our quarterbacks here at Maryland. We want a guy that can throw the ball, but also have the ability to be able to make some plays with his legs as well.
Back at the start of spring, I know Evan and Sal were kind of right there, 1A, 1B from the starting center spot. What happened with Sal that allowed him to distance himself? And did Evan's injury kind of factor into that too?
No, Sal just has played well. Sal's played well. He's I think he picked up and took the bull by the horn, so to speak, and got stronger over the summer. He's really good with his checks and making the calls, for the offensive line. I just think that he kind of separated himself from Evan just based on the hard work. Not that Evan didn't work hard, but Sal just ended up doing. Probably did a little bit more, and he's out here executing and doing things that has allowed him to be the starter.
Coach, you've talked a lot about the offense. How about the new defensive front 7? How has that come together through camp? How do you like the defense right now?
I think they've gotten better. I think they're working hard. And again, what they've got to do is they've got to understand that they've got to do a good job of executing the fundamentals and technique. I mean, we're going to rotate, especially in the front. We're going to rotate probably 6 defensive linemen at least, up front. And then I think the one thing is we do have experience and depth at the linebacker position. Maybe some guys aren't as the backups haven't had the experience, but they have athletic ability and can run. I mean, I think Cole's doing a good job of being a leader out there and making calls. I think LA's improved over what he was. It's great that Matt Robinson, I think, is playing well, real well. I mean, I think he's separated himself, and he's shown no effects on the injuries to both shoulders, and and again, you'll Yannick Cujo Virgil, but Marcus and those 2 guys will play, and we got a young guy coming on there. So, I mean, to me, it's exciting because, like I said, it's nice to have a bunch of depth and a bunch of athletes that can run. And now what we've got to do is just keep them executing the techniques and doing the things that we want them to do. But defensively, I think we got some pretty good speed and we got some pretty good depth there right now in the front 7.
What have you seen from Jeremiah and Dexter going up against the receivers this game?
I mean, those two guys have been around. They're savvy and they want to work. And again, when you get a chance to go against Stefan and Nigel and Dion before he got his out, but and even Amba and Vern. I mean, you got pretty good competition. You're seeing pretty good guys each and every day. But they've been solid. They've been steady. Been working hard. Been good leaders. Been vocal on defense, and I think that's what veterans should be. Guys that have been around, they should be vocal, they should be leaders, and they should be going out there and being productive, which both of them have been.
Steve Reiser, he wasn't out there today. Did something happen to him, or?
Well, we'll talk about that on Monday. I'll put out any kind of injury stuff on Monday. I just don't want to get into all the things today, but we'll put that out on Monday.